Hey, good morning. I'm Steve.
I'm Jeff.
And this is Chip's
Chip's
Garage.
Garage.
You didn't say Chip's Garage.
No,
I'm Chip.
Yeah. I expected Jeff's
I'm
Garage.
Chip.
Jeff's Garage.
I'm Chip.
I'm Steve.
I'm Jeff.
And this is
Chip's Garage.
Ah, there we go. We got him going. All right, you'll remember Jeff. He's my best friend from Pennsylvania. We did his dart. We did your Superbird, right?
Superbird, yeah.
2018 Superbird,
Yeah.
which check those videos out. Hey, a couple quick shout outs real quick. Tara, FloridaCarShows.com, FLACarshows.com. Newsletter every show during the month. A bunch of cool stuff. She puts Chip's Garage videos on there. And we really appreciate you, Tara.
And Nick and Kelly from Nature's Cruise Magazine.
Yep.
Cruising Magazine, I'm sorry. Very good people. Awesome. Wait till our new special shirts are coming out, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're not going to say nothing.
Yeah.
And Leadfoot is doing a very good job. We enjoy what Achilles is doing down there.
Yeah. You know, we'll give a shout out to the Rod Shop, too.
And the Rod Shop,
yeah,
yes.
them guys,
Those guys are fantastic down there.
a lot of you guys use them, so you know.
Did Sick Week and everything.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah. Another iconic car, and we haven't done one of these. So, Jeff, why don't you start out by just telling us year, make, model?
Jeff, before you do that, can I slam a couple gears? Will you let me?
Well, let's wait. I just put a rear end in.
Oh, okay.
Let's break it in.
All right.
So,
I will.
1970, like Chip says, iconic car of muscle car era. They're fairly rare. They made them 1 year.
Yeah.
And
1 year,
1970, 383 hypo, 4-speed Roadrunner.
Wow.
This here one has a 440 in it.
Yeah.
It's mostly an original car. Like I said, I did just put a 489 rear end in it.
Wow.
Brand new one. When I got the car, it had like a 6-cylinder rear end in it or something.
Yeah.
And what I've been doing with it is trying to bring it back, each little item, to what it's supposed to be.
Let me jump in because you covered a lot. One is, this wasn't 1 year, this body style. They did 68 and 69, pretty much the same. 70, they changed it out. You and I were talking about this. This is the pinnacle, really, of the Roadrunner, the 70, because then they went to the Coke bottle design, and the government was putting a lot of restrictions and stuff on. So they took the 69, if you will, and you can see a lot of similarities, and we said it when we were talking, they just refined it, man. They just made it look cooler in areas and a little more streamlined and a little more muscle car, right? They look really good. Now, he talked about the 440, which they replaced the 383 with. Again, fine, right? Make it to your own. And the 4-speed, and when you said 489, he was talking about the actual casing of the rear end. So it's actually a Sure Grip.
It's a Sure Grip 373 gears.
Yeah, 373 gears. So he had a problem with it, so he bought one from one of the manufacturers, and he put it in, and he's still breaking it in. Real important, by the way, to break it in exactly how they say to break those rear ends in. I just put a Detroit locker in mine, and you want to do that. Yeah. So go ahead. What else? Tell us.
Can you get a Hemi in this?
You could get a Hemi in this. It would have been a GTX.
Okay.
And the 440s were the GTX.
Okay.
The Roadrunners came with a 383.
Okay, Roadrunner. Okay.
And then, of course, the 4-speeds, they come with pistol grip shifters.
And this year only.
Yeah.
And this year only, because you could have got a 440 in the 69 Roadrunner if you ordered it.
Okay.
But in 70, they changed that. We looked that up. Now, in the GTX, you could only get a 440 or a Hemi. That was it.
Okay.
In any of the years.
And the Hemis and the 440s, I believe they all would have came with probably a Dana rear.
Most of them.
The 8 3/4, maybe. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure
did
about
some
that
things.
either.
Yeah, somebody could correct us on that. But
Yeah.
but I know when you got up into the higher horsepowers, they really like to use that Dana under there.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, buddy. Tell us more about it. What, wheels, tires, just tell us what you got, what you've done to it.
Yeah, of course, I was thinking of putting the Magnum 500s on it. We're similar to the Keystone Classics. The Keystone Classics are iconic for those years, too. And the BF Goodrich tires, same thing.
Yeah.
And raised white letters. And of course, you always go to your friends, to help you pick what you're supposed to get size-wise and all. And we had a little issue in the front of this here one where I put too big a tire on the front. and didn't realize it. And when I backed it out, the tire caught the fender and bent the front fender. So that was a little sad.
Yeah, let me jump in real quick because back in the day, there were two looks on this car if you hot rodded it. It was what he did here, a smaller in the front and a bigger in the back, and nice wide meets in the back, which you got. Or they went the fatties all the way around. You know, it was fat tires up front, as fat as you could get, basically, right? And that's what he did originally, but again, he had a little problem with it. But that was popular back in the 70s.
Or in 50s and put some big shackles on the back and get it way up here.
Oh, yeah, good point. That's right.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, the
And
big
bring up-
shackles, yeah.
You would have the big shackles, and the tire
call them
would
street
go.
freaks.
It would go past the fender well.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you get a chance, if you've never seen those, look at it. It was a weird look.
You don't want to get a lot of people in that car. with
Yeah,
you.
no. Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Now, B5 Blue, something you got to know
B5
about
Blue.
Jeff. Everything he owns is B5 Blue. He owns a Dart, he owns a Superbird, a newer Superbird, and he owns this, and they're all B5 Blues. So.
Yeah, he's got a 55-gallon drum of that paint.
Yeah.
You know?
His wife's car's B5
Oh,
Blue.
jeez.
So my truck's blue.
His truck's
You know, I seen your truck when you pull in, and I'm thinking of a Hemi. Is that a Hemi? Those guys, I can see him right now with you talking about.
Yeah. Now, another thing, real quick, is you bought this car thinking it was one thing, because this is important to tell the viewers, and you found a bunch of things you didn't know, right?
Yeah. This car started with an older gentleman and his son that started the restoration, gave up on it, sold the car to someone else. They continued it a little while, and then they sold it to the guy I bought it off of. And from what I found from working on the car, that guy put a bunch of old worn out stuff on it and sold it to me. and so I'm fixing all the little old things.
Well, what had happened, and this is typical, Steve, you know this.
I know.
Again, somebody got into a restoration, they realized it was too much work, too much money, somebody else got it, they did a little bit of work and money, they realized it was too much. This is the best we can tell, right?
Yeah.
And then the third guy got it, and he was the paint body guy though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he did the paint body work, the guy gave the car up, probably realized too much money, too much work, so the paint body guy just threw all the old stuff back on it to get it running to sell it. So there you go. Yeah. So be aware, buyers, right? Be aware.
You got to look closely.
Yeah, drive it, really look closely. Take your buddies with you because they see different things and you're excited about buying it, right?
Lipstick on a pig.
Well,
there you go.
And of course, I go in there and see this car and my mouth is watering.
Because you've always wanted a 70
I've always wanted
Red.
one, and it's a beautiful car, and I'm like, I can't see nothing but beauty.
Yeah. We all do that.
Yeah, that was.
So beware. That's what happens. That's why you take a buddy with you.
Don't buy something offline and expect it to be.
Yeah. Well, even in person, like he did, though,
Well,
you know, he's wanted one of these his whole life. He was excited, and like you
Take
said,
a big
you know,
critic with
oh,
you.
and it's B5 Blue, right?
Yeah, and he did list it as a frame-off restoration.
Yeah.
You know, so I expected new brakes, new bearings, stuff. No, it's
Nothing.
all old.
Well, give them a few examples of what you found so the viewers know when they go to buy a car.
Yeah, well, like the brakes, for instance, are old 1970 springs and brackets. Everything was rusty when I pulled the hubs off. And one side had one old shoe on and one new shoe.
Yeah.
They did put new brake caliber
Cylinders?
brake cylinders on. Yeah, and that's about it. And one wheel had like one new spring.
But
on
it has some new suspension or something, new shocks.
New shocks, new leaf springs. On the front end, the steering components are all redone, all rebushed. It looks real
So
good.
again, why would you put all that new and not replace the brake hardware or the brake shoes?
Yeah.
Again, it makes sense that they got done. Okay, I just want to sell it, throw everything old back on. And there's a lot of other old things you found in this car.
Hey, at least you didn't see a stop sign riveted under your seat.
No.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. No, okay. You know, I go to
No,
this.
I do have pictures of the restoration.
Oh, it's good.
And
Yeah.
It's
they've
beautiful,
done-
though. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
They actually started with a real nice body.
Yeah.
So that was good. I see.
And you bring up another point, I'll let you get to it, Steve, is it is a solid platform to start from, and that's what you want to look for. But I'm telling you right now, I don't care who you buy from, pretty much 99.9% of the people, you are going to find things and have to fix them, right? You know what I mean? So go ahead, Steve. What were you
Well,
going to say?
it's a hardtop.
It's a hardtop.
Not a sedan. Sedan has a post here.
Right.
Okay. And this is the armpit killer. Right
Yeah,
here, you know?
that'll jab you right
Because
there.
most of them, this is the lock for anybody that does not know what that is. That's your door lock. It's not power. It's not nothing. It's an armpit killer.
Yeah.
And it goes back here. Most cars here. But I was complimenting on this. Very rare you see this. This reflects, doesn't it?
Yeah, it reflects, and there's a little something you should know if you're going to do one of these.
Let them point it out
Don't
there
let
so you
Jeff
can see
do
it
it.
in the video.
I put the stripe on it.
Okay.
And fortunately, car guys, you know, you always want to talk to car guys about anything you're going to do. This fella told me, he said, make sure you put the X's down. These little X's are his footprints.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so often, people don't pay attention to that. They put them on the top, upside down.
And it's not in the directions either.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and you got to get the dust trail in the right direction.
Now, something people didn't know, this reflective tape was actually a safety measure.
Yeah.
They considered it a safety thing for the car. When the headlights hit it, it lights up,
Right.
if it will, which is very, very cool.
Now, if I would put that on, I would use a chalk line.
I used
Because you want, and you know how the car has a stance, well, you have to adjust for that stance.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have a concrete like this and measure it.
yeah,
You can get in trouble.
I set a sawhorse in behind the car and put a string on it.
There
Okay,
you go.
there you
Same
go.
thing.
Same
Set a
thing.
sawhorse on the front.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
And
There
then
you go.
I took tape and I put tape on the car at the bottom of the stripe.
Yeah, tape. Yep, that's
And
good
then I
too.
just followed the tape.
Yeah, tape is even better.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look in. Look at this here. That's so nice. That's where the key is. Just simple push button. Look at this here. Oh, the felts are beautiful. Look at how nice it is. You can tell how nice this is. Look at this, all restored. They actually did a really nice. All this really looks nice in here. Hey.
All of them had ashtrays.
Ashtrays, yeah. Every car had ashtrays. So you sit there and look. You mind if I sit in it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. If you come in here, Mopar was really simple with their vehicles.
They
You know,
were.
simple instruments.
Well, let me jump. They made them very affordable. That
Yes.
was the thing about a
Yes.
Roadrunner is you
Yes.
could buy it and afford it.
Right.
So go
Yes.
ahead, Steve.
You've got your basic gauges here, 150 mile an hour. You've got your tach. You just got everything. It's got an AM, FM 8
No,
track.
AM.
Oh,
8 track.
Oh, that's even rare.
Yeah, it's
And it
a
has dual knobs on both sides. Very rare. Very unique radio. And here's your controls. Here's your different switches and all. And this is your beautiful pistol shift grip shifter.
Well, a couple things real quick. Here's your wipers.
Wipers.
This button here, you actually have to push
Oh,
in.
yeah.
And that's your sprays your windshield.
Yeah, and here's all your gauges. There's a reverse light here.
Yeah.
Not too many cars had it, but that was kind of cool that you knew it was in reverse.
Yeah, when you
because-
put it in reverse, it lights up
yeah,
orange.
yeah, you don't want to be at a light and trying to fool around and
Yeah.
you know? This here.
Oh, yeah, show
This
those.
here. Can I take this off?
yeah, you can.
Okay. I won't come out. Anyways, this is your shoulder harness or
Yeah.
belt that
You
comes
might
down
get
here.
a better picture of the one straight
Yeah, okay, right
across
here.
there.
Yeah, this is your shoulder harness. They started that back then.
Right.
Nobody ever used them.
No, we
And then-
hated them.
But in the mid '80s, Ford had it where it was automatic and would.
Oh, yeah, come
get
down
in
the
there.
class,
The
right.
thing would just lock you in there. Yeah, but then they started where it was manual. You know, where they did it. Bench seat, which is cool.
Well, split bench seat
Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
headrest.
Split.
With headrest.
Oh yeah, and seat belts. They started seat belts. Heater. Does it have a heater? Yep. Heater. I think it's mandatory in '69. They started heaters.
Yeah.
Because of defrost.
I don't know what year, but
Yeah, because you used to be able. But if you had a race car, they could block it
yeah.
out.
One
Anyways,
other cool thing about this, if you look, it really is a sport bench seat. If you look here and watch how it splits, it's why they call it
Okay,
a
split.
split bench, right?
Okay.
But look at the two-tone interior,
Look at
which is awesome. He did a great job with
look
that.
at the blue,
Oh, I know.
the blue Looney Tunes
Yeah.
model. You're really going all out.
Yeah. Oh, and you pointed out the pistol grip
Yeah,
shifter,
yeah,
which
yeah.
would have
I love
came
that.
out. People get confused. It came out in 1970. That's when it came out.
Well, and then of course, Steve, you know the tack here, it's called a tick-tock tack.
TikTok tech.
Yeah,
right,
because
right.
it's a tack
Yeah.
and a clock.
Well, 68 Camaro started that too. They had a TikTok tech.
Yeah.
Could you imagine 1970 going for a Cobra Jet, a Roadrunner, or Chevelle Super Sport. You're thinking, which one should I buy?
Yeah, really.
Oh, geez, very hard.
Yeah. Look at the stainless.
Yep.
Stainless. Blinkers.
Oh yeah, point that
Look
out.
at that, blinkers. That's really cool in the hood. This doesn't open like the Chevelle Super Sport would have that. Remember the flap went up.
Right,
But this didn't have it open. Actually, some of them had the square lid right here that opened up.
The air grabber.
Air grabber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's show a couple other things that they changed, because again, it was like the 69, but they streamlined it, made it more muscle car, more mean looking. You had the fake scoop on the side, which is very
like that.
cool.
Yeah.
They up front, if you look, you'll see they changed again, and I love the front of this.
Very
it
nice.
looks like a face, right?
Yeah.
Sort of like a mouth.
Yeah.
And look at the now some safety things. We point out like the reflective tape. Look how big
Right.
these are, and they started
Yeah.
was the beginning of the bumper guards or the
Yeah.
bumperettes.
It's
and
not
they-
gaudy looking.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it's not on this, but they kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah. But if you could look at the front end here and then go up to our picture up there, look at that front end.
Right.
You can see the differences.
Yeah,
Similar, but different.
Again, the refinement of just making it look a little cooler.
Well, let's look under the hood, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Beep, beep. What's a beep, beep? Anybody that watches Roadrunner?
Well, we're
Bugs
going to have
Bunny?
to have you beep the horn.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, that was my favorite every Saturday morning.
Oh, yeah.
Beep, beep. Coyote and Roadrunner. And the horn. Got it. Oh, wow.
So go ahead, Jeff. Just tell us what you got going on.
Well, just it's a 440. I was told it's bored 30 over. It has the purple Mopar cam in it. Stock exhaust. It has an Edelbrock carburetor. We're going to change that here shortly to an 850 Holly, and we're going to change the fan too, and try to get it a little cooler. But it does run real good. Everything is original ignition and all that.
Well, Mopar was known for their manifolds to flow very well.
Well, not only that, and you're correct, Steve, the exhaust manifolds was said flowed better than headers.
Yeah. It was
So
said,
if you look at them, you can almost tell.
yeah.
Now it's got power brakes. Is
No,
it drum?
no, no,
I'm
no,
sorry,
no,
I meant
manual.
manual brake. Manual brakes. Is it drum all the way around?
Drum
or no?
all the way around.
Drum all the way around. But does it have the big drums, or you don't know?
Yeah, the big drums.
Okay, so the 11 inch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Power steering.
Well, probably because it had a three in
yeah.
it.
MT. If you don't know what the viewers, that's Mickey Thompson. They
Yeah.
made tires, valve covers, speed equipment, and all.
Yeah. Just a quick note. Yeah, a lot of these old cars, I'm shocked people don't have the battery hold down on.
That's stupid.
I'm shocked. You gotta have a battery
that
hold
rattles
down.
around or goes in the
Yeah.
fan, you're going to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if I've seen where a post sticks up a little bit too high and they shut the hood and arc out.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
Big burn hole and burn the car down.
I actually did.
Ah,
that one.
shh, I won't talk about it.
Here's your little beep beep
Oh,
horn.
that'd be big
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. Go give us a beep.
Yeah, go
beep
give
real
us a
quick.
beep.
Go
Well,
give us a beep. beep.
Let's hope it works.
Aluminum.
You got to hear
radiator.
this horn, everyone.
Yeah. Again, he's finding out little
Listen to
things
this.
about it.
You got to
so-
hear the horn.
Oh, sort of worked.
There.
There you go. There you go.
Is it meep meep or beep beep?
Yeah.
Okay,
We
all right.
always talk about that.
We always talked about that. Very clean, Jeff. They did a very nice job on this car. And, you know, if you're going to drive it, put aluminum radiator in it. You know, you could always take your other one out, put it in the attic. But, you know, you're going to drive it big, especially in Florida here.
Yeah, that's, I'll drive it to, I'll drive it a lot actually.
It's to your taste.
Yeah, that's
Antenna. Look at antenna.
that's an original style. It's
A
not.
bass, they call it, antenna. I always take it off before you go through a car wash.
You know, I want to show down in here because again, he bought an excellent body and everything to
Yeah,
work
look
with.
at
But
this.
look down in here at
Look
the
at this.
frame was all done.
Wow.
Look, the frame was all done.
It's a beautiful car.
and you
It
got
really
the
is.
sway bars front and back.
Just front.
Just front. Okay,
Yeah.
you didn't put the
I
one
put
on the back.
air shocks on the back.
Air shocks on the
Okay,
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got dual mirrors.
Dual mirrors. Yeah.
And if
Now,
you
was that an option in '70, or did they start making
I don't
you
know.
do that?
I don't know that.
Again, if our viewers know that,
maybe
let us
by
know.
law. Maybe.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What year did they make you get both?
Yeah. I like this. Remember, usually most of them are right here. Mopar always did a little something different because what happened is I'm not going to push it out. Or, oh, there you go, this way. Anyways, you pull on this out like this, but you notice this here handles in the front instead of here. Most cars are here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cigarette light, or ashtray again for the
Yep.
cigarettes.
Yep.
Padded dash. They did that for safety.
Safety, and even the center horn button, if you look,
Yeah,
is padded.
right,
So
right.
again, they started this. This was the beginning. They started thinking about the regulations and the
Right.
safety and the
Seatbelts,
fuel
padding,
economy,
all that
and
stuff,
yeah,
yeah.
all this stuff.
Can we look at the trunk? We're running out of time here.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. The trunk. How many bodies can we fit in that trunk?
Well,
You
it's
can-
a big trunk, and that's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah, that's a big-
These were big cars.
Well,
Yeah.
and these cars, with the go wing, you could have in the first half of the year, people were putting these go wings on, and there was no, they had to drill their own holes and
Oh,
stuff.
wow. That's
Yeah.
okay.
And so then the factory,
Oh.
the second half of the year, pre-drilled the hole
On every car.
Okay.
on
yeah,
every car.
Yeah.
This car, I thought would have had them pre-drilled. It wasn't by the number on the line, but so I drilled them and put them in the way they're supposed to
Yep,
be.
there you go.
There's a
Oh, that's cool.
Now point out what's going back on here, Steve, because you can see how again
Well,
they restored it.
I mean, if you look under here is nice. You can feel that. He put the insulation under
Yep,
here.
yep.
Put the original mat. You don't have the spare tire, but it takes up a little bit of room. But man, they had a lot of room in this car. They put the splatter.
I'm
Original
just going to
splatter
show that
over here.
splatter because that would have been original.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
splattered it. See, you can see. Look how clean. This car is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you know, and I've seen cars, $100,000 cars, where you can see they welded in the
Yep.
pan and all that.
Yep.
This is really nice. This is original too.
Yep, he's got
Very
a
nice.
great
Look at here.
platform to work with.
Look at this. All this. Look at this. These usually rusted out right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right here and up here, but under here, all solid, everything. You have a beautiful car. Look at this. I always tell people, man, look at this under
Yep.
there. If you see globs of Bondo, run. So that's about it here.
Gorgeous,
Yeah,
gorgeous,
yeah,
gorgeous,
yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Well,
like-
Jeff, thanks for
Yeah.
bringing it to us. We're definitely out of time. 70 Roadrunner, man,
Yeah,
440.
We gotta hear it. We gotta hear it.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, I gotta
crank
hear
her
it.
up.
Gotta
She
hear it. Gotta
sounds
hear it.
so good.
Come on over here. Let's hear this.
Well, I can't light them up because the new rear end is
Yeah, no.
Hey,
we
look
just
the other
want you
way,
to
I will.
start it. Yeah, Steve will.
You gotta listen to it over here. Come on over here. Beautiful sound. Nice.
Oh, it sounds good. That's good, buddy.
Very nice.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful car.
Thank you for bringing it down from Pennsylvania.
Yep, there you go. Well,
It's my pleasure.
we're out of time, guys. I'm Chip,
I'm Steve.
I'm Jeff.
and this is
Chip's
Chip's
Garage.
Garage.